love you so. Hey, that's what you'll say. You'll tell me, baby, baby, please don't go away. But when I play, I never stay. So every girl that I meet, yeah, this is what I say. Run, run away, baby. The fire put my spell on you. You better get away, darling. 'Cause everything you heard is true. You're poor little heart will end up alone. 'Cause Lord knows I'm a rolling stone. So you better run away, baby. Yeah. Well, let me think. What should I do? So many eager young bunnies that I'd like to pursue. Now, even though they're eating out the palm of my hand, there's only one carrot and they all gotta share it. I love you so. Hey, that's what you'll say. You'll tell me, baby, baby, please don't go away. But when I play, I never stay. So every girl that I meet, yeah, this is what I say. Run away, baby. The fire put my spell on you. You better get away, darling. 'Cause everything you heard is true. Your poor little heart will end up alone. 'Cause Lord knows I'm a rolling stone. So you better run away, baby. See, I ain't tryna hurt you, baby. No, I just wanna work you, baby. Yo, see, I ain't tryna hurt you, baby. No, I just wanna work you, baby. If you scared, you better run. You better run. You better run. You better run away, baby. The fire put my spell on you. You better get away, darling. 'Cause everything you heard is true. Your poor little heart will end up alone. 'Cause Lord knows I'm a rolling stone. So you better run away, baby. You've been running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. 'Cause you knew that I'd call you up. You've been going around every party in LA. 'Cause you knew that I'd be at one. Oh, I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. Oh, and now I'm all up on you. What you expect? But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. You've been running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. 'Cause you knew that I'd call you up. Baby, now that we're right here standing face to face, you already know that you won. Oh, I know that dress is karma, you regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. Now I'm all up on you. What you expect? But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm all up on you. What you expect? But you're not coming home.
I love that sound. Hello, hello. Happy Sunday to you guys. I'm so excited for us to cook today. And you must be thinking to yourself, what the heck are we doing here with a grilling class? And I'm in an apartment, but I'm going to use a grill pan. If you're outside grilling, you could do the exact same thing. So whether you're in an apartment, you're in a house and it's raining, or you're outside on your grill, this is the perfect recipe for summer. It's healthy, it's juicy, it's sweet, it's fabulous. And I'm going to show you a salsa that you're going to love because it's pineapple salsa. Move over tomatoes. Tomatoes are on vacation in the Bahamas today. We're going to make a pineapple salsa. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so grateful to have you here. Welcome to Truffle Shuffle and Butcherbox class on Sunday. And before we get started, what I'd like to do is start right here by saying hello to the chat support, to Roxy and Francine. They are so amazing, and they're here to help you in any way. Hello, Roxy and Francine. Woo! You can hear the claps all the way from Minnesota. So happy. They're the best. I'm grateful for them. Hi, Rob. It's nice to see you. Hi, Adriana. Hi, Sharon from Washington State. Okay, so tell me where you guys are from. Let's test this chat support before we start. Where are you guys from? I'm actually from New York City, and this is my apartment in New York City. And as I say every class, this is how big my apartment is from here to here. So we're going to try not to set the smoke alarm off today. But some people have already said where they're from. So tell me where you are in the chat. Hi, Brandy from Pennsylvania. Allison in Florida. Hello, hello. Oh, Tennessee, David. San Jose, Mark. North Carolina, Rob. Florida, Susan. Florida, Allison. There's a lot of Floridas in here. Where in Texas, Cheryl, are you from? My niece lives in Austin, Texas right now. Adriana from Charlotte. It's nice to meet you. Sharon from Washington. John and Barbara from Georgia. Okay, from Ohio. We have New Mexico and South Carolina. All right, and Cheryl from Wiley. I don't know where that is, but I'm sure it's amazing. And I'm sure they have amazing barbecue there, too. New Mexico. All right. Look at all these fun people north of Dallas. Cheryl, I have been to Dallas. And what they say, everything's bigger in Texas, is 100% true. And the food is amazing there. Anthony from New York. Hello, Anthony from New York. I'm here in Manhattan, but I'm so excited to be a New Yorker over there, where the water is water. Where we leave the ER out. All right, Capital Region in New York. Oh my God, wow. It's good to meet all you guys. Well, we are going to have so much fun today. Let's not forget Cindy. Cindy from Oregon. Is it Oregon or Oregon? I know you can't speak back to me, but I like this New York, New Jersey mixed accent. So, all right, welcome, guys. I'm so excited. So, a little bit first about me. My name is Chef Jay. I am the chef here at Truffle Shuffle and Butcherbox. I wrote this recipe for us today. I also was a finalist on Food Network Star, and I cook on TV, and I'm a recipe developer. And if you want to follow me, I'm at Chop Happy. Make sure you're following Butcherbox and Truffle Shuffle as well. I have nothing against Indiana. Deanne, I'm so sorry I skipped you. Indiana is great. Indiana rocks as well, too. I've never actually been there, but everyone I've met from Indiana is awesome. Sorry about that, skipping you right in there. Hello, JS. We got a return customer. Welcome back. Are you ready to grill? Okay, so if anyone's grilling outside, tag us a picture later because I would love to see it. Obviously, we don't have a barbecue. There's a barbecue on our rooftop here in NYC, but it's electric and it barely works, and I thought that maybe you wouldn't be able to hear me through the honking of the cars and the buses as well. And if there's anyone else I missed, I apologize. I think I'm so grateful to have you guys all here. So we're going to start. The rest of this class is going to be in French. So if you don't know French, no, I'm just kidding. We're going to start with my favorite French word. It's called mise en place, which means everything in its place. What I mean by that is that before we get started, we're going to want to make sure we got everything that we need. So you should have gotten or you can go online And I think they just put the recipe up there for the recipe right in there for you. So a couple things you're going to need is the famous Butcherbox fillets. What I love about Butcherbox, not just because I work here, is that they actually are really good. Oh, hi, Gretchen from Wichita, Kansas. My brother-in-law works at KU, Kansas University. What I love about Butcherbox is they use really high quality meat and fish. They have a really good Gulf shrimp as well too from there. So we need our salmon fillets. I have 2 here, but you can do a bunch if you want to on the grill. There's gonna be more than enough glaze to do 4 salmon if you want to. You're gonna need some olive oil and you're gonna need lime. So blood lime here, and our free ingredient is the zest. We're going to use that zest as well too into that lime. You're going to need some garlic powder, and then you're going to need honey. And I don't know if you guys know about this honey, but this truffle shuffle, you can tell I use it a lot. This truffle shuffle honey is so amazing. It gives this nice nuttiness to everything. It's so good. It's part of the Butcherbox family as well, truffle shuffle, and they have a great story behind them. You're going to need a pineapple. If you don't know how to get a pineapple and cut it just like this, I'm going to show you how to do that today. It's really fun, and the pineapple tastes much more tangy and much more sweet when you do it yourself instead of buying the fully cut up pineapple in the grocery store, and it's cheaper by a ton. In New York, it probably costs like $12 for cut up pineapple. One pineapple costs like $3. Okay, so we're going to also need some cilantro as well, too. You're going to need scallions, which I forgot, so you're going to have to imagine scallions being in there. You're going to need a jalapeno right there. I'm going to show you how to keep it spicy or not, depending on what you want it to be in there. And you're going to also need a bell pepper as well. An avocado. I love these avocados. An onion, a red onion as well too. And then, of course, you're going to need salt, pepper. And what would I do without best friends forever? The truffle salt is what I'm going to use. Truffle salt. But you could use regular salt and regular pepper if you wanted to too. And then a grill pan, a grill, or whatever you want. You can even use a regular pan for this to do it. If you're using a regular pan, put it into the comment section so I know if you guys are cooking this with a regular pan, and I'll tell you what to do with that as well too. So what we're going to start out actually doing is I actually would love to start by making our salmon marinade first, so that this way we can just let our salmon kind of soak in that marinade for us so that we're all ready to go on there. So what I want you to do is get a small bowl. Okay, you're going to need a whisk with the small bowl as well too, right in there. And then what we're going to need is to start out with some olive oil. So we're going to put our olive oil in the bowl. We're going to do, I call it our suntan lotion. 2 tablespoons of olive oil is going to go in that bowl. And if you want to go to the sky cam right here so everyone can see what we're doing right over here, that'd be great. So we got 2 tablespoons of olive oil is going to go into this bowl. And then we're going to do some lime zest and lime juice right into there. So here comes our lime zest right there. And this is our free ingredient, I call it, because it has such great flavor to it right there. All right. And then Roxy, if we can, let's go into the sky cam. If we can't, just let me know. And I could always just hold it up for everybody so you could see. So as you're doing it, you don't want to get the white stuff. You just want to get the green stuff because that's bitter. But there's actually so much flavor in the actual zest itself in there. And then in order to get this to be nice and juicy, why I do this, can you tell me what would you do to get your lime juicy? And I know I ask this question every single class, so I'm sure Roxy and Francine dream about zesting and juicing of limes and lemons. Oh my! But what would you do to get a really juicy lemon or lime? What would you do right in there in order to get it really juicy? This one's really juicy. There's a trick or a hack you could do to make it happen. I know that JS knows this one. Who else knows this one? Susan, yes. You're going to microwave it. That's definitely one of the ways. There's some other ways as well, too. So does anyone else want to answer as well, too, besides Susan, about how you're going to? Have you all been in my class before? Allison, that is so right. Yes. I would start with 10 seconds and then go to 20 seconds. But that absolutely is right. So if you microwave your lemon or your lime or whatever you're doing, you get for 10 seconds, you'll get a nice juicy, it releases the juices from it. You can also, like Mark is saying now, roll it out as well if you wanted to. I have a book, it's called 101 Secrets, and it gives you all kinds of tips. But that one's one I use all the time for us. So in here I have our 2 tablespoons of olive oil, the zest and the juice of 1 lime. There, oh, Roxy, you guys are great. The 101, Roxy and Francine, you're so good. Okay, we're gonna do a teaspoon of the honey. In here, you can use any honey you want. I'm using the truffle shuffle honey right in there. Voila. There you go, a teaspoon of honey in there. And this is gonna have this sweet and tanginess to it that's so good, just like life. And then we're going to add some garlic powder in there. You could grate garlic in here too. But the reason why, if you've watched my classes before, I'm not using regular garlic, I'm using the powder instead, is because when you use the regular garlic, it burns really easily. And then you're going to get like burnt fish. So by using the powder, you can avoid it from burning as easily. So this way you have a better chance of having a nice, beautiful fish. So it's a fun tip that you can have. And then of course, you're going to do salt and pepper on this as well too. About a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper in there as well too. How are we all doing so far? Are we all doing good? Chef Jay, it's def a keeper. Yes, Anthony, you're right. It is def a keeper. So we're going to write like that. So I don't know what it's like for you guys, but I know you're in Texas. I know some people in the Philippines. I know some people in Florida. It is so cold in New York City right now. This is the perfect time to grill indoors. It is so cold here. So I'm so excited to be grilling because it makes me get ready for the summer to come in. So we're whisking this up so you can see it right there. I'm going to try to go like that so you can see it better. See, it's beautiful. Just like that. And then before you put this on your salmon, take it. Oh, that's so good. And try it. I just in a minute. I'm a little verklempt. Talks amongst yourselves. That is like sweet and tangy, perfect. This would be really good on chicken or shrimp or scallops as well too. And then we've got a secret ingredient, which I forgot to say in my mise en place, small French, the lemon peppers, which is the Butcherbox seasoning that I love. And then I feel like they could just tell me, Roxanne and Francie could tell me why I love this. I love this because if you go into your seasoning cabinet and look at seasonings, most of those things do not have salt in their seasonings. So when you make stuff, it gets really bland. But Butcherbox thought of everything. And I don't even know if they know that I say this in every class, but there's salt in their seasonings. And I love it so freaking much. Salt and pepper in there. And this has like a nice zestiness. And I chose this one. They also have a Louisiana one that's really good that you can use for this as well too. But I chose this one because we're using like fresh lime. So I felt like the lime and the lemon would be like the zesty fabulousness. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our dressing right over there. We're going to take out our Butcherbox seasonings, which we have right here. And then what I always like to do, it's not in the recipe, but I always like to season my actual fish or steak if I'm going to marinate it before I do. And if you go really high with the seasoning, it gives you a nice even distribution of the seasoning. And the second thing I'm doing is I'm leaving this on a plate because it's going to catch all my seasonings so I can get everything from there. The lime is nice. I have been stuck using only lemons. No imagination. Citrus increases calcium. Oh, JS, look at you with this, throwing the science out there. I love that. All right. You know what else, JS? I'm going to blow your mind. Grapefruit would taste delicious with this because the sweetness from the salmon would take away that tardiness of the tartness of the grapefruit. So I'm going to put a little pepper on here. You can do both sides, but the skin, I'm going to leave the other side the way it is. I am going to put the dressing on both sides. And then we are going to paint. Ladies and gentlemen, this is art class and culinary yum. We're going to paint our salmon. Just like that with the marinade. Now, if you're going to put this back in, you obviously have to use all the marinade. So if you want to save half this marinade for something else later in the week, then definitely pour half the marinade into something first, because you don't want to use it if you dipped it with salmon. But since we're not dipping it with salmon, we're good. And what I also love about this marinade is I'm using oil-based marinade. So it actually helps a lot when we're going to put this on the grill so it doesn't stick. So I'm going to go like this and flip it around just like that. Voila. Merci beaucoup. And I'm going to put a tiny bit of salt on here, but not the pepper because pepper burns. I have like 3 truffle shuffle salts here. Let me find the right one. Here we go. Voila. Okay. Voila. Right like that. Just a little bit. And the reason why I added this to it is because I really want you to taste the seasoning, and salt is like a flavor enhancer. It like kind of is that zing that makes everything just taste better. So without salt in your ingredients, it definitely makes it gets kind of bland no matter how much marinade you put on there. Okay, just like that. I'm gonna take the marinade, put it over there, and then the last part, we're gonna put in our lemon pepper. And this is why I didn't put much salt and stuff on there. All over it, just like that. So now you have your marinade. You got a little bit more seasoning in there as well too. The other way, and this way you get so much flavor. I feel like one of the things, that reason why people don't cook at home so much is because they see people make things like this and they don't get the same flavor, and then they get disappointed and they're like, wow, this was not as delicious as I thought it was going to be. It's all about seasoning it. So we are going to leave this over on the counter for us, and then I think I'm just going to flip over this, even though I don't think I got any salmon on it because I used the plate. I think I'm going to move this over a second and just flip this over. Voila, just like that, just in case. Although salmon's not chicken, so you should be okay. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make our pineapple salsa. But before I do, I just wanted to give you a couple of fun tips, okay? So number one, when we're seasoning and we're using marinade, if you want to marinate something overnight and you see a recipe with marinade and it has any kind of citrus in it, do not put the citrus in that marinade until you're ready to cook it. So if you want to make this and you're like, oh, wow, I'm going to marinate my salmon overnight, keep the lime juice out of it because the lime juice will cook your salmon. So that's the first thing. Only with fish. That's what's really important. But here is the general rule for marinating. If it's a steak or beef of some sort, you can marinate it overnight in the refrigerator. I would marinate overnight in the refrigerator, uncovered, so the air can circulate through, and then the seasoning get all the way through your meat, your steak, or whatever you have, right? If it's seafood, like shrimp or scallops or something like that, I would marinate that for 20 minutes max. That's it. Even if there's not any citrus in it, because it seeps through really easily. And a fish like cod or salmon or something in that, the same thing. I would only marinate for like 30 minutes max. A more meaty fish, only 30 minutes max. You can marinate overnight fish, but you definitely don't want to have any citrus. Otherwise, you end up with ceviche. It cooks itself. So I just want to tell you that because the number one question I always get about how long should you marinate and what's the guides. But steak, marinate it overnight because it will get all the way through and you get the full seasoning all the way through, not just the surface for it. Okay. Are you guys ready for the public service announcement about the marinating of America is done now? So we are going to start to do our thing. So let's start out with our pineapple. So we're going to stay at this view like this for a minute. This is our pineapple. If you didn't know, your pineapple is royal. It is part of the royal family. It's got a crown. This is America. No crowns needed. There is no royal family. Take that crown off. So this is not there. So you just twist it. It should come off. Susan, I'll talk to you about the chicken in 1 second. If it does not come off easily, this is not a good pineapple. Don't use it. So off with the crown. Susan, for chicken, you can marinate it overnight. No problem. Again, the same thing with citrus. I would be careful about citrus because citrus cooks things, but you could 100% marinate chicken, turkey, pork chops, beef, they all fall under the same category. And I prefer a dry marinade, which would be like, a seasoning rub, like the lemon pepper or the Butcherbox seasonings over a wet marinade for any kind of meat, unless you're making like kebabs or something like that. Okay. This royal family has now been extradited from the country, so there's no crown. So that's the first part. Now we have this part and this part. Off with their heads, we say. Off with their heads, off with their heads. I don't know where I'm coming up with this. I don't know. So you're going to cut off both sides of this. And I want you to know that this is a sharp knife, but that was really easy to cut. It should cut very easily. So, and it should have a nice golden color to it. I'm going to sneeze in a second. I apologize. Hold on a second. Excuse me. Okay, I didn't use my hands. Okay, so now you stand that pineapple tall. There's a quote, and I cannot remember the quote. If anyone remembers the quote, it's one of my favorite quotes. It's about be like a pine. Well, this pineapple lost its crown, but be like a pineapple, hold up your crown, stand up tall, and be sweet, or something like that. There's a whole TikTok, Instagram thing about it. If you know the quote, let me know. I'll try to post it on my Instagram. And then you're just going to cut down the pineapple just like that. Voila, just like that. So if you see these little things here, you want to try to cut those off because they can cut your mouth a little bit, but sometimes they don't, depending on how good they are, right? Just like that. So I just wanted to show you that, but I forgot one step to this. You actually want to cut this in half first, right down the middle, right? Just like that. There's a core in here that we're going to take out in a second. And then I like to cut it again down the middle again. So I get 4 cuts into there, right? 4 cuts just like that. So 4 cuts just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it right over here and I'm going to cut out the core right there. Okay, so I'm going to cut out the core. Now, it depends where you are. Sometimes the core is very supple, so you do not have to cut the core out. But I have never met a pineapple where you didn't need to cut the core. So just in case, because it's really tough, you want to cut the core out. Okay. So I'm going slow so you can see all of this. But literally, you save more than half the price by just doing this yourself instead of buying in the supermarket fully cut. Because if you do it and it's fully cut, you're not even getting a full pineapple and you're paying double the price. So I'm just going to go down there like this. Good, just like that. And we're going to take all these little cores out of it, okay? So I chose this recipe because I want to let my salmon marinate a little bit on there. Okay, and then once you've done that, that's when you go back and you're going to cut out the sides. Just be careful because your pineapple could be kind of slippery. You could do it in reverse too if you wanted to, but I like to do this last because I don't know why I do this last. This is just the way I was taught, actually. So, all right, just like that. And you're going to cut out the other part of it too, right like that. Voila. Don't cut yourself, which I did not, Francine and Roxanne, because they know that I've cut myself before. Not doing a pineapple, though. Here we go. Good, just like that. And I'm going to go just like that. Good. So you don't need the whole pineapple for this recipe, but it's a good idea to cut it up anyway because you can eat it for dessert. You can add some chili seasoning to it for dessert as well, or even the lemon pepper sauce seasoning that we're using on the stuff. You could throw it on there and have it for dessert, and your guests will think you're like a Michelin star chef because now all of a sudden you're making fancy pineapple, making it taste like lemon and pepper. Good, voila, just like that. There you go. Okay, so we don't need all of it, but I keep saying that because pineapple is my favorite fruit. I'm going to keep cutting it up. So my grandma Edna, she's from Russia. My grandfather and grandma came here a long time ago. And my grandfather actually came here when he was 13 and didn't even speak the language when he came. And my grandma was a super health conscious person. And I swear to God, she said if you freeze pineapple, it would taste like ice cream. And my mom and my uncles and my aunts used to tell her she was crazy about that. But now it's all over TikTok. So Grandma Edna Slobodnik, wherever you are, may you rest in peace. You were a TikTok star before TikTok even existed. But I swear, my grandma had frozen pineapple in her freezer. Every time I see someone making ice cream out of frozen pineapple, I think about my grandma. She was wonderful. We used to watch, if you know what Matlock is, we used to watch Matlock together, and she was wonderful. She actually used to teach dress design when in a school in New York as well too, which was really cool as well. And back in those days, not a lot of people, she didn't, people worked, and she got to, once my mom and my uncle and everyone was out of the thing, she got to go and teach. It was wonderful. And to come to a new country and, not speak the language and, be so successful, it's kind of amazing. And she also knew TikTok existed before we even had the internet. Props to Grandma. That is a great memory. Thank you, Susan. Yeah, Grandma Edna Slobodnik. So frozen pineapple. So we're going to do is we're going to cut up the pineapple now. I know it says you don't need all of the pineapple, but I'm using it anyway because I love pineapple. Pineapple is one of my favorites. We also have a house out east in Long Island, and this weekend I went and got some blueberries, and I ate them. But if you wanted to, you could actually do this recipe, the salsa, with blueberries and strawberries instead of pineapples if you want as well. So I took my pineapple and I cut them up into sticks just like that, and then I'm going to cut them up again into more sticks just like this. So basically what we're just trying to do is create little small squares to all of this right into here. Voila. And then when you cut, instead of going like this, we're not in court. This is not honor in the court. You want to go like this, okay? So you want to kind of cut it in a motion like that. And this way, all the juice of the pineapple will stay in the pineapple because you're not smashing that pineapple. So all the juice of the pineapple will stay in the pineapple instead of on the actual cutting board. So I'm going to throw the pineapple in there. Thank you. Welcome, pineapple. How we all doing, everybody? I know you're watching me cut up fruit, but hopefully you're learning something from this as well too, and you're enjoying the process because there's so many ways to make salsas, and in the summer, any kind of fruits and vegetables to make sauces are so amazing. So, all right, so let's put this in there too. So I used about a quarter of it right there. I'll leave the other pineapple for dinner right there, for dessert, I mean. And I'm going to leave that pineapple there. I'm just going to wash my hands real quick. And I'm going to show you another trick in a second. So, second thing we're going to need for our salsa is going to be our peppers. And I want to show you a fun trick for the peppers as well. So we're going to take our pepper, and can we do the sky cam for this one? We're going to take our pepper, and we are going to cut here in the pepper, okay? So what I'm going to do is instead of cutting it down, then cutting off its head and cutting off its tail, I'm going to cut down the pepper like this, and it's going to leave all the seeds, hopefully, and most of the rib of the pepper in the pepper stem. And then this way, look, all the seeds in the pepper. So if you cut it from the sides, this way you don't have to worry about getting seeds and washing it and stuff, and it just makes meal prep faster. And I save this so that we can make veggie stock. I put it in a Ziploc bag. And then the same thing as I'm doing with the pineapple, I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut these into strips, just like that. And you don't need the full pepper for this one as well. So you only need a quarter of it because a little goes a long way. But since I have it, I might as well just use it right there. I'll leave these two over there and I'll make a salad out of that. And then you're going to just cut these again, just like before. And remember, you're going in a motion like that, like a scooping motion, just like that. There you go. And your peppers are going to go in as well, right into there. Look at that. We're making fun. We're making a fun salsa. Salsa fun right over here. What fun things do you guys use for your salsas as well. Well, voila. Yes, voila. Thank you, JS. What salsas have you guys made that's not the traditional tomato salsas? Put it into the chat as well so we could see what salsas you have made as well, too. As I'm doing this class, my mom is calling me literally right now. I could see it on my computer. Mama Goldstein is calling me. She's going to have to wait, but I will say hi. She literally lives near me. Okay, so I'm going to cut the onion as well, too. We only need like a quarter of the onion. Hello, Mama Goldstein. All right, so just because onion is very abrasive. And then if you don't like how oniony the onion is, you can actually take the onion after you cut it, no matter what you're doing. You can take the onion and you can actually put it into some of the lime juice or some vinegar as well too, and you'll get and it won't be as oniony. So let's see. Making the same salsa but mango and scented pineapple. Shark seasoning, I love it. Oh, fresh pineapple and peppers, I love that. Okay, mango, I love mango. Okay, right like that, right, same thing. And I just cut it down the middle of the onion, just like this. Just so you could see real quick right there, voila. Okay, I want to show you something real quick. So where you take this, if you wanted this onion to not be so oniony, and it's two things, you can actually take a little bit of vinegar or lime or lemon juice or whatever you have, mix it into the onion just like that, and then just leave it for about 20 minutes, and you'll still get that onion flavor without being a crazy bite of onion in there. I'm going to put that in there as well, too. Voila. Okay, we're getting so close and we're going to grill. I know this must be the most riveting thing you've ever done, watching me cut veggies. But I'm having so much fun. I love cooking with you guys, and I'm so grateful that you guys are all here and cooking with me. This is our jalapeno. Do you still taste the vinegar? So JS, you can a little bit, but not really, because once we marinate the salsa, you won't taste the vinegar at all. But you could also use lime juice if you wanted to, whatever you're at, whatever kind of acidity you're using in your actual salsa, you could actually use whatever that is as you want to. I don't mind. I used apple cider vinegar, so I won't get it, just to add an extra brightness to the flavor of it. But that's a good question. So you can actually just use whatever acid you have. And just so you know, to take the seeds out, I hold the top of it and I scrape the jalapeno like that. It gets the seeds and the ribs. There is a lot of spice in this. If you're not a spicy person, definitely don't use it. And then I just cut it, and it depends how spicy you like it. All right, just like that. And then small pieces just like that. I am only going to use a tiny bit of this in mine because I'm not a spicy person on there. Okay. You can also put some corn in here if you wanted to. That would be amazing too, to have some corn in there as well. Okay, so if you look, so far we have our pineapple, we have our peppers, we have our onions, our jalapeno, and we're going to just add our avocado. So can we go to the regular view for a second? I want to show something fun. Okay, so do not cut your hands by doing this thing where you try to pull out the avocado with your knife. Instead, just push it out here. Just press from the back, and it should come out just like that. There's no cutting your hands. It's one of my favorite hacks to do. It got tons of views on TikTok, but it's literally what I do, because this way you keep yourself nice and safe in there. So I wanted you to see that. So do not use the knife trick. I don't know who taught that. I know it's a chef thing, but I've cut myself so many times doing that. Okay, so we're going back like this. And I know this would be beautiful squares, but this avocado is super ripe, so it's going to probably kind of sink into the whole dressing anyway. So put it just like that. And you don't even need to put this on the salmon. You could actually use this for chips and salsa as well, too, if you wanted to. All right, what did you say? Susan, that saves a trip to the ER, 100%. So true. We do not want that. And I cook for a living and cut myself all the time. Well, maybe not all the time, but lately I've been cooking cutting myself more. So there we go. Voila. Thankfully, when you're on TV, they actually everything's already cut. So I haven't cut myself on TV, except when I've done a couple of competition shows. I've never cut myself, thankfully. Okay, so we're all to there. So you're gonna have all of this right over here. So now the next thing that I want us to do to go along with this is I want us to zest and lime in there. So I'm gonna take some lime out of the fridge. Just wash it a second. Here we go. I'm gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take it and we're going to zest it because it's our free ingredient and has so much flavor. Susan, you speak only truths. You speak the culinary truths of saving your fingers. All right, here we go. So we're going to zest this just like that because it's got lots of flavor in there, just like that. And then we're going to add to it our lime. And I would ask the question, but you guys all know the answer to this already. 10 seconds is all you need for this. I'm going to throw this in there. And then I know it doesn't say this on there, and I know that I go rogue on these cooking things, even though I'm the one who wrote this recipe. But I think it would taste even better if you added a little bit of olive oil, just a splash of olive oil to it, and then a tiny bit of the lemon pepper seasoning into there as well too, and a tiny bit of salt in there as well. Kind of like we're kind of recreating literally the exact same marinade we used for our salmon. But so I'm going to go rogue here. And then a little bit of honey because we have the jalapeno, which is another hack. If something's really spicy, you can always add something sweet to it. So you can always add like honey or something to it as well too. So we're going to take this right here, and I'm just going to mix it all together just like that. It is so beautiful looking. This looks like a confetti. Like if you were trying to like describe for someone what a party in my head would look like, this would be it right here. Look at this. Look how pretty this is. Let's go to the other view right there. It might look prettier with the sky. It needs the perfect lighting. And it's in the pineapple salsa's contract, it said that it needs great lighting and its own makeup artist. And here it is right over here for it. So, all right. We are going to put the pineapple salsa to the side. I am going to move all of this because we are going to grill. We are going to grill our fabulous stuff into here. Oh, I forgot our cilantro. I'm sorry about that. And our cilantro goes in there as well, too. I get so excited that I forget. Our cilantro is going to go in there as well. Voila. I'm going to move this. I'm going to put this over there because I have a really cool grill that I didn't even know I had till I was doing this recipe. It's right here. Voila, don't fall for me, don't cut me. There we go. And we're gonna go like this, and then I'll put this right here. Voila, just like that. And I turn the grill on in a second once I figure out how to do this. Come on, wherever you are. All right, so we are gonna get ready to grill. So this is the time, if you have a grill, you want to turn your grill pan on high, okay? I'm going to go like this, I think, so you can see it better. Your grill pan on high, okay? So you want your grill pan to go on high. Here, right like that. Okay, just like that. So I'm turning my grill pan on high. So while we're waiting for this to heat up, I have a couple of hacks for you and things I want to talk to you about. So first thing is that you definitely don't want to over oil your steak or your fish or whatever you're cooking whatever you're grilling, because you're going to create a fire. And although it looks cool for there to be a fire as you're grilling, it actually makes your meat or your fish or whatever you're making taste really, really burnt. So you don't want to do that. So one of the tricks for that is to if you need to, lightly oil the grill or not at all. Oil your fish or your beef or your chicken or whatever you're using more than the grill. Because if you oil the grill too much, you're going to actually end up with creating smoke and fire, and it's just not good. So I'm going to get this ready for me. as well for a pot for it. Okay. So why we let this heat up? So normally this would be the part of the class where they'd ask the quiz, how do you know your grill's ready? And you would say it was smoking because the olive oil will be in the grill or some oil. Do not do that. Just put your hand there. And if you can't keep your hand there, then you know it's ready, okay? The second thing I like for a grill, for the salmon, is I really love to have both tongs and, especially the grill, and to have my spatula. This is a fish spatula. Fish spatulas is definitely the way to go. It's a thinner spatula. It bends more. Than a regular spatula. So it's easy to get under the fish or under the chicken or under whatever you're using. So I actually think I use my fish spatula for everything. It just scoops in better. If you look, see it has that sort of wiry sort of feel to it. So what I always also like to do is start out with the skin side down to get nice and crispy. So I've only used this maybe like twice, and I can't find my grill pan, so I in advance apologize for this. Oh, I love that sound. That is literally the sounds of a standing ovation from your food telling you how awesome you are. Okay, so I want you're going to make sure that everything's nice and hot, and you are going to put it on there. And we're going to leave this on here for about 2 to 3 minutes in there. But there's another way you can tell this is done. So if we could go to just the front view, not the sky cam view. And by the way, I apologize. Roxy and Francine are so good, but I have so many technical things in this today. I don't know why. So, okay, so this part right here. If you watch the side of your salmon, right there, ready? Yay, Susan, thanks for clapping too. If you watch the side of your salmon, what you're really looking for is that it to get white halfway through the salmon. So once you have a little strip of pink still left in your salmon, that's how you know it's done. So we're on side number 1. You're going to get, it's going to go up about halfway. That's how you know to flip it. The other way you know to flip it is if your salmon is still sticking to the grill, leave it alone. It's not ready. It's grabbing on, almost like you grab on when you're on a roller coaster because you're freaked out by the hills. Same thing for the salmon, okay? So you're looking for this to get halfway through to change color on the side. So that's what you do, not just for a grill. If you're cooking salmon in a pan as well, that's what a chef does. We don't look at how long it takes. You look at what the salmon or what the poultry or whatever it is telling you to do. And by the way, this is supposed to be, I did this for TikTok Shop, and it's a smokeless grill. I did a brand deal with this place, which I'm not going to show you who they are because obviously I'm not trying to sell it anymore. But I'm so impressed. My apartment should be completely smoked out, and I should and my neighbors should be knocking on my door right now, and it's not smoking through the whole place, which is really cool. So you can see as we go through this, you're going to start to see the color changes a little bit. And I have it on like almost fully high. It's hot enough that if I put my hand towards here, I start to feel the heat come towards me. So if you are cooking along with me, do not flip it until it says 2 to 3 minutes, which is true. But watch the bottom of the salmon, and you'll start to see it develop this whiteness to it. And as it develops this whiteness to it, you're going to start to see when it gets towards the middle, you'll start seeing. And if you get really good salmon, which Butcherbox has, that's the whole point of why you work with Butcherbox, is it's because your recipe is only as good as the quality of your proteins. And if you have a really good salmon, you get a really good taste, and it's just really amazing. So this one is more ready to flip than the other one. So I'm going to try to flip this one first. Let's see. Voila! OMG, look at that crispy skin. That is flavor, as they say in France. Flavor. Right in there. Look at how cool this is. I love it. This one's more of a test on how it wasn't ready to flip because it attached to my scapula to the spatula there. but it's fully cooked in there. So remember, this is an indoor grill, so it's not going to be as good as a regular grill. BB salmon is 100% tasty. Never. Wow, I love it. Yeah, it's so good. And the quality is so good. They have really good scallops too. You could do the same marinade with scallops as well. You want to look for what's called a dry scallop. Susan, you are the best. You are. I can hear you clapping for the salmon. You are so awesome. Thank you. So basically, you Butcherbox also has these really cool scallops. They're called dry scallops, and they're not that they're dry. It means they were never treated with anything. So there's no chemicals to keep it with that white and color and to last longer. So it's much sweeter. And what I love about the salmon is I think on the label it talks about how they only do a certain amount of sustainable salmon. So it gets really, really sweet flavor and color. So we're literally done. The second side cooks much faster than the first side. And this is the saddest part is always the end of this. Here we go. Look at how cute that looks. So you can see how much I dislike cooking, but just kidding. I love cooking. And go just like that. So I don't know if this is too hot for me to touch. So I think what I'm going to do is just show you a frontal view of this so you can see it right in there. Here we go. All right. So here is my salmon right there. And then I'm going to go like this. I'm going to pour this on top for you so you could see it. Anyone have any questions about it as well, too? And let's go to the face view, too. And I am going to do like the food porn of this. Ready? Right on top, just like that. Look at that. While I try not to burn myself. Look at that. Just like that right on top. Oh, here goes some cilantro. Look how beautiful and amazing that is. Your Sunday dinner. That's a Sunday dinner. It's healthy. It's fresh. It's sweet. It's tangy. It is so amazing. What do you guys think? Do you love it? Do you guys think you can make this? I want you. Oh, gorgeous. Thanks, JS. So what I want you to do is, if you're making this, I want you to tag Butcherbox, Truffle Shuffle, and @ChopHappy in this. This is a beautiful, beautiful salmon. Look at how amazing that is. And then you get that sweetness, you get that tanginess, that jalapeno, you have that lemon pepper. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm going to sit on the couch and watch Netflix and eat this salmon. I'm so excited, but I'm going to take a tiny bit of it now. If I could find a fork. Stop a fork. I don't think I have a fork right now. I left all my stuff because, all right, we're going to just do it like this. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to use the food. I know this might be a little faux pas, but I need to have a little bit of it. Okay, let's go like that. It's a little bit of salmon. Let's take some of the pineapple as well. I'm going to go over here for some of this. I want all of it. I want some avocado in there as well. There we go. Oh my God, I just got some of that lemon pepper sauce. It was bright. Thank you, Deanne. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I feel like I'm on vacation in Hawaii. That is so good. All right, so before we go, that was so good. Oh, I love that you love that, Allison. Thank you, Deanne. I just want to say to you guys, cheers to you guys. Happy Father's Day. If we have any fathers in the audience today, happy Father's Day to you guys. And I just want to tell you how grateful I am that I get a chance to cook with you guys. Grateful for Roxy and Francine to help out, and Butcherbox for letting me do all these fun recipes, and Truffle Shuffle. And I hope this week, your weekday and your workday is as sweet and delicious as this meal is. Happy cooking to you guys, and cheers to you. And I cannot wait to see you again. Next Sunday, they have another class. Look up to see that class. And thank you, thank you, thank you. It's always great. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, JS. You both rock. And I'll see you soon. Please follow Chop Happy and Butcherbox. And you guys are the best. Happy cooking and happy Sunday and happy Father's Day. Woo! Thank you, thank you.
what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up, first shot, hip strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, y'all can't copy yet. Bad moonwalking, and this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way. Chrome music, I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft and stick around for those pounds. But I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town. Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT shit hustling. Chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track bustin'. Halfway across that city with the back crush shit. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across.